Alright guys, what's going on? It's been a minute. I've had to avoid working with metal because I'm going to be getting an MRI for my back because I hurt it. And apparently if you have metal in your skin or in your system, it's bad. Bad things happen when the MRI happens. Apparently it gets hot. So I've been avoiding working with metal for the last week or 2 weeks almost now because I got an MRI in a couple days. Wish me luck. Anyways, I need to get working on something. It's driving me a little bit crazy most of the time. Most of the time I'm working on something that's metal, like Hales grenades or MG81s. At least lately I have been. But I need to work on my EE3, and I keep doing this thing that drives me a little bit crazy. Maybe some of you guys do this too, but I just sit there and I think about the project instead of working on it. I think about all the different things I need to do. I get a little overwhelmed. So anyways, something that helps me move past is I just need to write it down. Write down each of the things I need to do, and then I have a list. And whenever I need to do it, I don't have to sit there and think about it. I just do one of the things. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to make a quick list of things I've got to do for that EE3 because I left it kind of sitting where I just sanded the stock down and fit it and filled some gaps and stuff. So I'm going to make a list and start executing things off the list. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think that's a good list. At least that's plenty to get started on. I'll knock that out. I'll start knocking things out. I gotta avoid some of the metal stuff, but you know, like sand these scope mount blocks. I can't do that one. Stand and finish stock. I'm gonna hold off on that one just because I got an idea I need to try. Ooh, that's one thing I need to do. Before that, I need to do stock experiments. I need to experiment on scrap wood for the finish. On scrap. For stock finish. Alright. It's always one more. Always one more. Cool. So let me pick one of these and do it. I think I'm going to do this first. Super easy. Just so I can always see it. Some sticky tack here. Works better on uneven surfaces. We'll just put it right there in front of my face. That way I don't have to think anymore. Boo thinking. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a piece of sandpaper. I got a 120 grit. I'm going to wrap it around here. And then I'm just gonna sand the edge. That way it'll match the curve for me. Cool. This thing is a little irregular. It's a little kind of lumpy, but we just got to get it a little bit. We don't need it to be perfect. It's also kind of wonky to hold on to. So, which side? This side, I think, would be the best. Probably as good as that's going to get. Doesn't have much side-to-side wiggle. There's a little twist wiggle in it, but that's, I think, because it's just kind of irregular shaped. You know, you can see the reflection here that it's all lumpy looking. It's not a smooth, even band of light. It's kind of, you know, lumpy. So, I think that's probably as good as I need to bother with that. I mean, the real ones, on the real prop, it's not even sanded at all. It's just a block sitting on top, and leaves huge gaps on the sides, which will drive me crazy if I have to look at it. Alright, you know what that means? First item is done. Alright, so I think I'm going to do the molding and casting of the Greebies next, at least get a start on it. I bought this piece of wood, it's like particle board with a plasticky veneer on it. I think it's called melamine or something. It's a shelf. It's like a Rubbermaid shelf you buy at the hardware store. It's like $4, something like that, pretty cheap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a form to hold the mold. And I want to make something that I can reuse over and over and over again. So I had an idea on that. So I'm going to use a piece of this, and then I'm going to put, you know, a wall here and a second wall on one side. I'm going to leave a gap, and that way, and then I'll make an L piece that'll also fit, and I can adjust the width on it. So that's the idea at this point. That way I can at least, you know, move forward. I guess is the word I'm trying to look for. Get over my fears, you know, start on the project. Wrong side. Alright, so I just off camera went through and remade a piece and corrected it and stuck it all together. This is half the form that I was trying to build before. So there it is. And I'll have, you know, non-permanent walls, you know, here and here. That's the idea. I did it backwards again. I needed to slide it down to this end because that's how it's supposed to work. Ah! This is why I don't like molding. This is why I don't like making molds. I just knew it was going to be a pain in the ass. This better work. This better be right. Or I'll be pissed. You won't even see this video. Okay. Ha! I got it right, finally. Anyways, here we go. So I can adjust the size of the mold. Alright, so I gotta get the model kits out and pull those pieces I'm gonna mold. I got, let's see, of course they're both on the bottom of the pile. Alright, first up we got our F4E Phantom 2. I can never remember the whole thing. I always forget the E. This kit has a lot of parts they're used for the X-Wing, like the full scale 124 scale studio models. So like these are the engines, and these are the X-Wing nozzles right here, the engine nozzles. Oh, here they are. Here's our parts. This, or that. I think they're exactly the same, and I only need one set to pull out this side here. There's that. There's one. I'll trim that up a bit. Okay. Trim off some of this big extra piece. This part stuck right here on the side. Okay, here we are. Visible V8, huge box. So many Star Wars parts in this. Oh, gosh, I gotta find it. There's so many parts. There's tons of parts in here. Not all clear. Some are black, some are red. Oh, here it is. One of them. I can't remember if there's two of them in here or not. That guy kind of looks like 3PO. That guy goes on the stock. It goes right around here. Just for fun. Piston halves for the ESB DL44, the Hoth motor coil part. Another DL44 part. Alright, just for fun, gonna give a little walkthrough with all the Greebies just kind of set on it. I got my stock Greebies on there, got my ejector rack, and just to have the barrel in there, no T-tracks or side wings aren't in there, and scope's not on, but yay! First time I've had the Greebies even just set on it. I need to attach these parts to like a piece of foam core board. I mean, I don't have to, but I'm going to. There's like the little raised keys that are on the back, and I don't want to remove those. This one's got a very large one you can see there. And so I'm just going to make like little holes and set those down into it. Also, I just don't want to attach things to this foam core board, so I need to like glue them onto that piece of foam core board and then attach that down in here, and then I'll put the form around it. This will also give it like a little recessed tray area for the resin to pool instead of just running off the top of the mold onto whatever surface when I pour that resin. I'm just gonna push that in, and now we can kind of see those dimples. I'm gonna make them just a little bit deeper. Kind of see that dimple there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out it doesn't have to be a perfect because it's on the back and it's flat, kind of in the middle. So I'm going to make it a little bit big. This piece is slippery. How many times will there. It's over there somewhere. Like that. And like that. Now to glue it down. Alright, I'm going to use some E6000 to attach these model parts to this foam core board. And I know that it supposedly reacts with the silicone of the mold, but I'm also going to use some Elmer's glue, very, very thin stream just around the edge to seal it so the silicone can't get into where it is. And I'm also going to use hot glue. I don't want to use hot glue to secure the parts because I'm I'm just not a fan of hot glue. It's also kind of thick. I am going to use it for attaching the foam core board down to the mold form, and then I'm also going to use hot glue to seal these corners. I can do that. I gotta let it dry up, and then I'm gonna peel off I'm gonna trim out some of these little excess areas where it squirted out a little bit. There's a little bit here on this edge, and then over here, and then in between in there. You can see a little tiny bit right there too. So once that cures up, that will be ready to go. Just gonna use this. Alright, I gotta let that Elmer's glue dry up a little bit more, but it's basically ready to be poured, and obviously the hot glue's gotta set up. Alright, I just checked all the glue is dry, so that means I am actually ready to mix and pour the silicone into the mold, or into the whatever it's called, the thing, the form. That's what it's called, form. This is it. After this, I'm a legit mold maker. Whatever that means. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, this is a 50-50, 1-to-1 ratio. Got a couple of cups here. I don't know my volume exactly, but that's okay. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm just gonna measure an amount and match it on the other side. Stuff is a lot thinner. A 50-50 here. All I'm gonna do is dirty. So what I'm gonna do here, pour this guy here. Now it's just gonna sit and cure. I gotta actually look and see how long it takes. I'll probably let it sit for at least 24 hours and then I'll pop it out. Um, yeah, so this is the first mold, first legit mold. Anyways, I think that's it for this video. I know I'm cutting it off at a weird place, but you know, cliffhanger doesn't work. You know, whatever. Anyways, I don't know why that was scaring me so much. Like, just overthinking it, I think, you know, typical problem whenever I work on a lot of my own projects is I just think about it too much. When somebody else's stuff, I'm just like, all right, I just dig right in and do it. I don't know why, but I just overthink my own stuff. So, check out the blog. I'm going to have an update on there for the EE3. I'll see you guys next time.